Blame Truth here, and viewer, oh viewer, do I have a video for you today. I have a direct response from the Treyarch devs, not only about Battlefield 6, but about their AI slop. I'm actually shocked they're talking about this. I think this is them trying to be quote-unquote transparent because we forced their hand by, disliking the shit out of their garbage they're trying to peddle on us this year. But, regardless of that, if you guys could drop a like on this video so it gets pushed out into the algorithm, and also if you could drop the channel support comment. This video was amazing, learned a lot. Thank you, Juan Mendez Catarina, totally a real person, by the way. Saw him quite a bit on the Black Ops 7 teaser trailer. I'm not about to go sift through the comments again trying to find positivity, because it'll be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. There are so many real people that are pissed the fuck off. I mean, just look at the like to dislike ratio. Check this out. 44,000 likes, 44,000 people that need a lobotomy, and 266,000 dislikes. And as we all know, as we've all tested, those dislikes are a very conservative number. Most likely, it's over 300,000 dislikes right now. And of course, this is the Black Ops 7 gameplay reveal trailer, by the way, on the official Call of Duty channel. So Call of Duty fanboys see it first. Let's keep all of this in mind here when I go over what I'm about to show you today. What I'm about to show you today is the truth. The truth is sometimes hard to swallow. There are a lot of content creators out there that are shilling for this game already and making excuses and trying to hype it up. Please do not believe them. They are being paid off. I get paid by YouTube ads and personal sponsors. I have never even been in contact with anyone from Activision. And it's been that way for the past 18 years. Keep that in mind when I give you the information I'm going to give you in this video. Absolutely nothing is dressed up, and I'm going to show you hard data. When I do make predictions and when I do make guesstimations, it's because I don't have the hard data to go off of, and I am speculating based on their past narcissistic behavior and lies. We're going to cover some stuff live that I haven't even read yet. We're going to cover the Treyarch devs directly responding to things about this game, Black Ops 7, I mean, the concerns surrounding this game. And we're going to get into it after a brief word from this video sponsor, who is not affiliated with Activision at all, Geologie. Today's video, I have partnered with Geologie. They are the skincare company I use and trust. It's very simple to get started. You go to the website, you fill out a quiz, and then you are given a regimen that is tailor-made for your particular skin type. Now, me personally, I am super greasy, like to the point of absurdity.
Your dada may well be the greasy strangler.
My particular Geologie skincare regimen helps me control all that, though, so I don't look like a glistening mermaid as soon as I step outside. The whole regimen, though, helps with my oily skin, helps with my dark circles, and protects me from the sun during this harsh southern summer. And guys, Geologie also has hair care, body washes, deodorant, you name it, 10,000 5-star reviews. If you want to try it out, you can use my link and code in the video description for 80% off. That is code BlameTruth80 to grab your personalized skincare trial for 80% off. Plus, you'll get a free gift and up to 50% off on add-ons. Take care of your skin, guys. It's the biggest organ on your body. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. So what you are seeing is Steam Charts data. I love Steam Charts data because it is not doctored and it gives us the actual numbers verbatim. It's still a little weird because it's multiple games in one, and it's not just multiplayer, it's every single mode because everything is online now. It's a way to pad their numbers and make them look better than they actually are doing to their shareholders so that Phil Spencer can get his 20th diamond-encrusted lobster meal that week airdropped to him from his own private helicopter on his yacht, where the strippers that have their titties out are spraying champagne out of their nipples. The poor guy Think of this man, please. Someone please think of the $1 trillion company. But still, knowing that these player numbers have hit a record low. Keep in mind, this is right after the big reveal for the next game. They should not be hitting a record low every single time they have revealed the next Call of Duty game, as long as the game's been on Steam at least, where we could track this. Numbers have gone up. People have started to play to knock off the rust and pad out their skills for the next sweaty, manipulative, skill-based matchmaking year. But not this time. They've actually lost players faster after the reveal for the next game. And this isn't due to like them not doing carry forward, because they are doing that, by the way. So prepare to see Beavis and Butthead, Stan Smith, some cringy weed smoking actor that has been relevant in 5 years, and all that other weird fantasy shit, Fortnite's creepy uncle vibe garbage they sell to you. That's coming back as soon as Season 1. There's no point. Like, that seals the deal for me personally. I will not be touching this game at all come Season 1. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I did get a free Game Pass voucher. I'll review the game for you guys, but you know what I'm going to say. You know exactly what the game's going to be like. Do you even need my review? I'm just doing it for tradition at this point, but I'm not putting a dime in their fucking pockets this year. It's not going to happen. But anyway, yeah, back to the player numbers. Record lows. We are down to, what is this, man? 44,504. This is a new record low. Let that really sink in before I give you this next bit of news here, okay? They probably shouldn't have taken Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, which was padding their numbers a little bit at least, off of the Call of Duty hub, because now they just have Black Ops 6, they just have Warzone, which is supposed to be being carried with nostalgia from Verdansk, but as you can see from the Steam chart numbers, people dipped out of that shit really quick when they realized it was the same shit, different toilet. Cheaters are still running amok, the actual gameplay experience hasn't changed, it is boring tripe. They are tone deaf. So many people have said, the people that still defend this game, I shouldn't say so many, they're in the minority now, but they have said that it's just trendy to hate on Call of Duty now. It's trendy to hate on Black Ops 6. It's trendy to hate on Black Ops 7 and all the stuff these people do. Guys, is it trendy to stop playing shitty games? Guys, is it trendy for the majority of people to stop playing an awful fucking game and not buy the next one and be disappointed when they buy a game expecting one thing and then after several months they find out that nothing's being improved, the game has gotten worse, and there's cartoon fantasy Fortnite creepy uncle, hop in the van, kid, I got some free candy store bundles all over the place. They can't turn them off. They're getting blinded by the cringy bright pink neon tracer packs that they don't want to see. Soldiers that fought and died and came back fucked up from the Gulf War are being disrespected in real time. The people that fought for the freedoms that we have today are being disrespected and shit on. It made a joke for the profit of this $1 trillion company that continues to use AI, and we'll get more into that later, but I digress. And then they find out that they're releasing this glorified DLC as the sequel to this game that they've spent hundreds of dollars on already. Is it trendy to be pissed about that? Like, what planet are you on, you fucking morons? What planet are you on? I want to cover this from JGod, and the J stands for just put the money in the bag, bro. Guys, look at this, and I couldn't find any instance of this being true whatsoever. I'm going to show you what he was talking about, and then I'm going to show you the actual truth. So he tweets this as praise bait. After yesterday, how is this possible? And if we look at the image, it's going to show something that I couldn't replicate or find. And maybe it's been changed since yesterday. Don't think the image is doctored. I don't know what his point was, but it's showing the top sellers on Steam. Okay, so we got the usual fare of like Counter-Strike and a lot of free-to-play stuff. That's obviously going to be one of the most top downloaded things. And then we have Call of Duty above Battlefield 6. It looks like Call of Duty's doing great there. I went to the top sellers page and I couldn't find this. I was like, it's possible because Call of Duty still has a lot of fans, even though they've lost a metric shit ton. They still have a lot of fans, so it's possible. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the top sellers page. And what I see does not add up to this. Like, it does not make any sense whatsoever. So when I went to it and took my screenshot just 20 minutes ago, I observed that Battlefield 6 is number 8 and the pre-orders are still doing really well. But I don't see Call of Duty anywhere near this. I don't see Call of Duty at all, really. So Battlefield 6, number 8 on pre-orders. It's doing great for pre-orders, and this is like, weeks after the trailers and a week or two after the beta, and people are still pre-ordering it despite getting burned with the last game, which is pretty impressive, actually. It's still top 10 in pre-orders daily. Every time I've checked daily, it's up there. But when I went to find Black Ops 7 specifically, this is really, really bad, and this is the truth. This is not a doctored image, and you can go and look at this right now. As this video is gracing your ears, you'll probably see something similar. Black Ops 7 is all the way down here. 32. 32! This is behind the fucking finals! The finals! I know people say, like, BT, play the finals. I get a lot of comments saying I would like the finals. The finals has not really set the world on fire. I think it's a decent game, but, like, it's not really, like, a big player. It's not. Fucking Black Ops 7 pre-orders are behind the finals! Really wrap your head around that right now, okay? I couldn't find Call of Duty anywhere. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if they took off like the hub or something. Like Steam's trying to be more transparent, and I really don't know. But Black Ops 7 is number 32. But what's even more frightening is how bad Warzone is doing. I had to scroll down trying to find like the Call of Duty hub. I don't think they're listing that anymore because maybe something's wrong with it, like data-wise. But Call of Duty Warzone, free to play, by the way, is down to number 84. It's behind fucking MapleStory. What? Again, I don't know how this exactly is done. This is why I hate anything that just doesn't show me hard numbers, because I don't know what algorithms they're using. I don't know when they refresh things. I don't know if somebody's being paid off to like lie about positions. I don't know. I don't know if somebody's doctoring images. All I know is I cannot find Call of Duty anywhere on the top sellers as far as the hub goes. Warzone is barely in the top 100, and Black Ops 7, this juggernaut of a franchise, is number 32, well behind Battlefield 6. Wrap your head around that, man. All I know is this is an undoctored thing. You can go and look right now, and you'll see pretty much the same thing I am showing you here. What is going on? Please do not fall for this stuff. Wait until you see it in my videos. Please, I beg you. I will be honest with you. And I'm not going to discount, by the way, I'm not going to discount that Call of Duty is probably doing way better on consoles than it is Steam and other PC platforms. Console players don't have a lot of options. They have like Madden, Military Madden, and NBA 2K26 Drain Your Pockets edition. So I get it. They're still playing Minecraft over there. That's like Minecraft and Roblox and stuff. I'm sure it's going to do great on console. I really do. It might even beat out Battlefield on console, but I think on PC, Battlefield is clearly in the lead, and it's clearly going to wreck Call of Duty shit this year. And by the way, PC is not a small platform whatsoever. In fact, we did some research to find that more gamers every single year are switching to PC. Year after year, PC continues to grow because, quite frankly, it's just a better value, especially after the whole tariff news and PS5 raising its price by $50 and all that. So, guys, I'm just saying, right now, what I found, the hard data I found and the hard rankings I found, it does not look good for Black Ops 7 whatsoever. Anyway, that's a pretty long quote-unquote intro there, and I know I didn't say it yet, so I'm going to say it now. Let's get on into the real meat and potatoes. I'm going to react to this live as I read it. It's the Treyarch devs responding to Battlefield 6 and the AI thing. And I'm actually shocked they even did this. But without further ado, let's get on into it because I got a lot I want to get off my chest. All right, buckle up, guys. Here we go. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 creative director responds to accusations of series getting lazy. You just don't worry about it, right? Said Miles Leslie about people accusing the Call of Duty franchise of having gotten lazy. What kind of grammar is that, Joel Daniels? Anyway, as Activision gets ready for the November 14th release date for Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Associate Creative Director of the title, Treyarch's Miles Leslie, has responded to long-standing accusations that the Call of Duty franchise has gotten lazy. Some in the industry have even gone so far as saying the franchise faces a real threat from Battlefield 6 this year. In an interview with IGN, Leslie spoke about how the studio's approach to developing Black Ops 7 has been to not worry about these accusations, okay? You just don't worry about it. When we start, it's not like, what are they going to think? So you don't care what we think? I'm sorry, you don't care what we think? All right. It's like we have a vision, we're going to hit that vision, and there's always going to be people that are going to try to knock you down and not have positive criticism. Positive criticism. Okay. Which we do look for. So it's like noise, right? You try to cut through that and stick to your vision and plan. I'm going to stop right there and say that a YouTuber like Exclusive Ace has been providing positive criticism, as they call it, positive feedback for like the better part of 6 years. And pretty much every step of the way, you motherfuckers have ignored him. Why in the fuck would we be positive about our criticisms at this point when it clearly does not work? Why would we be nice when you ignore us when we're nice? The only thing you pay attention to is when you lose money, sales, players, or a combination of the three. Tell me, viewer, when I am telling a fucking lie there. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I'm not. I am not. My nose is the same size as when I started this commentary. In fact, it's actually shrunk. There is no Pinocchio bullshit going on here, motherfuckers. Get back to the article, though. I'm sorry. Sorry for segueing there. As for what the studio thinks about EA's upcoming Battlefield 6, Leslie spoke about how the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 devs played the open betas, so they actually played Battlefield 6. They probably played Battlefield 6 more than they played Black Ops 6, let's be honest, and how they are fans of all games, regardless of what Battlefield might be doing. However, Treyarch wants to focus on making its own game. I got to play it this weekend. He said it's a fun game. We're fans of all games, and I think we look for inspiration anywhere, but we're focused on our own craft. They're doing their thing. We know if we can hit our goals, we're going to deliver what the fans want, and that's the key. Because if we're happy and we're playtesting, then we know fans are going to be happy playtesting. Well, that's not true. I'm sorry. What? Fans are super fucking unhappy with Black Ops 6, and we've made that known, and we've stopped playing, and we're super unhappy with what you showed us, with the Black Ops 7 trailer. So what the fuck? Why is there such a disconnect? This is literal gaslighting. He goes on to say, we're fans of the FPS genre. We're fans of lots of games. Let's all have fun. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If your game's not fun, we're not going to have fun, and we're trying to tell you that. This is in response to the former Blizzard president predicting Battlefield 6 is going to boot stomp Black Ops 7 because Call of Duty has become lazy. It's not necessarily that Battlefield is that much better, according to Mike Ybarra, but that Call of Duty kind of sucks, which is fucking funny. But this is in direct response to that. Like, what? This isn't even like a response. He didn't address like how hard they were working or whatever. In fact, he goes on to completely contradict himself when we cover the AI talk. I gotta just show you guys this because this might be the most egregious lie they've ever openly told, and that is fucking saying something. These people at Treyarch and Activision literally think you, the consumer, are idiots. That's the only explanation I have. Check this out. And just so you guys know here, I skimmed both of these, but I'm pretty much going in blind. So these reactions are going to be my actual, just off-the-cuff reactions, all right? I have not had time to stew on any of this. You're getting it as I kind of get it. All right, here we go. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 dev responds to generative AI backlash. And yes, the generative AI badge that the game is made with generative AI assets is on the Steam page for Black Ops 7. Same shit, different toilet. Anyway, this guy, same guy that said, we're not lazy, by the way, says, not replace, but streamline. Oh my God. In February 2025, Activision finally admitted to using generative AI for some Call of Duty Black Ops 6 assets. Let me correct you there right off the bat. They did not admit to it. They were caught! They were caught shipping us a six-fingered fucking Santa Claus! As well as a bunch of other clearly AI-generated images, loading screens, calling cards, you name it. And we called them out on it. And they had to admit it. They were going behind Steam's back about their generative AI content policy and trying to sneak it in because they're narcissistic scumbags. Get it right, please, IGN. But you're in cahoots with them. You've been covering them every step of the way and posting their trailers and stuff. So you know what? I don't believe a word you say either. So fuck off. We live in a world now where there are AI tools. Leslie told IGN ahead of Black Ops 7's reveal at Opening Night Live 2025. No fucking shit, Sherlock. He goes on to say, I think our official statement we said last year around Black Ops 6 is that everything that goes into the game is touched by the team 100%. We have generative AI tools to help us, but none of that goes in game. Okay. And then you're going to say, yeah, but it has. I'll say it has by accident. What? That doesn't even make fucking sense. And that was never the intention. We've come out and been very clear that we use these as tools to help the team, but they do not replace any of the fantastic team members we have that are doing the final touches and building that content to put it in the game. Again, we had to catch them in this, in a lie. They never said this. To my knowledge, they never said anything about it until they were caught. Well after Black Ops 6 released. So everything you play, human created and touched. AI tools in the world we live in. It's how do we streamline it? That's really the goal. Not replace, but streamline. Before I read any more of this, and there's not much left, let me just call this out right away. He says, and I quote, everything you play, human created and touched in Call of Duty. Okay? Let me cover this, and I've covered this before, but let me cover this, and I want you guys to tell me if this monstrosity, atrocity, embarrassment was touched by a human being, okay? This is a poster on the wall on the marijuana-themed Nuketown they released. Look at this image. Really look at it, and I've covered it before, but it's probably the best example that they are lying through their teeth. Ironically, they don't know much about teeth because this cigarette is lit into a skull's teeth, but not even in it. It's not in between teeth. It's just glued on to fucking teeth. And the smoke is not coming out of the cigarette. It's coming out of the temple, the skull's temple. Why is it a cigarette anyway when it's talking about marijuana? What is a pot star? Why is the weed 3D, the weed leaf 3D coming off of the beanie? Look at this image and tell me a human being made this. This is pure AI generated slop that wasn't tested. And if it was tested, your team, your dev team are fucking retarded. Or they're incredibly lazy. Or both. But we all know what it is. It's AI generated slop that is not looked over by anyone and thrown into the game to get money from children, casuals, and morons. That is the only people remaining playing this game. Children, casuals, morons. That's it. And anyone that looks at what I have shown you and purchases this game needs help. They are clearly lying to your face. I am proving this article is a lie right now. Like, really take that in. I am calling this out and proving without a shadow of a doubt. It's fucking a lie. The rest of the article says this. Call of Duty has suffered a number of generative AI controversies in recent years, including the now infamous six-fingered zombie Santa bundle. It remains in Black Ops 6. Given Leslie's prior answer, why hasn't it and other suspected generative AI images been removed from the game? Yeah, good question, he responded. Not my department. Then why are you speaking on it, you fucking idiot? But I know that the team is actively looking at that stuff, making sure that it is not shipped, and how we fix it. I can't. I just can't. I can't tell if they're narcissistic geniuses or incompetent morons. I can't tell. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. What the fuck? If a similar situation continues into the freshly revealed Call of Duty Black Ops 7, it raises the question of whether a disclaimer should be added to bundles that do contain generative AI-created artwork. Yes. After all, shouldn't players know what they're buying before dropping their precious COD points on such cosmetics? I'm done. That's all I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, do me a favor, like this, I'd appreciate it. Comment on it. Subscribe. Ring that notification bell. I'm fucking tired.